Today's Sunday, November 18th. It's about 9 in the morning. Big day today. I'm going to paint this car. The epoxy looks really good. Just got to knock down a couple little spots with some 600, just very minor. They leveled out really good. Need to scuff the skirts up because I'm going to reshoot those, and so it matches. And just going to sweep up a little bit, get the lights going. Feeling pretty good. Had a good breakfast. So hopefully everything goes good. No funky reactions. That's the main issue right now, is I don't want base reactions. But got a little bit of a run here. So what happens is, when I sprayed this yesterday, I sprayed it on pretty wet, and then I kind of tilted the rotisserie so that I can get to the roof better. That's when it ran. So I can't do that with the clear. I'm just going to have to spray the roof on a ladder. Everything looks really good. So stay tuned. I'm thinking in about 5 hours this thing should be nice and shiny. Alright, we got 2 coats of base on. So far everything's going really good. Only had one bug, one hair. It's about 65 degrees. So I'm going to let this flash off for about 30 minutes. Come back in, mix some more color. We need 2 more quarts. I'm going to do 1 more full coat. But it's taking a while to flash off. So but it's laying out nice and flat. This is still very wet. Just finished this quarter panel right here. So 1 more full coat. Will be 3 coats of base, and then we're ready for the clear. Alright folks, so we got this thing sprayed. It's been a long day. Overall, I think I give myself maybe an 80, low 80 grade. A lot of the stuff I'm liking. There's a couple things I don't like. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to show you the good and the bad. I'm not one of these channels that are just going to show you all this awesome stuff and never show you really the work that goes into it. So I'm going to show you the good and the bad here. Start off with my ceiling. See all the trash it picked up? It's everywhere. Had that not been there, that would eventually landed on the roof of the car, and it would have been trash city. So it did its job, and it didn't fall down. Good. Let's start with the trunk. It's glossy. 2 wet coats. That's it. SPI, universal clear coat, high solid mixes 1:1. Slam it on. That's exactly what I did. We'll get to that in a minute. It has maybe a little bit of stripe here. I don't know. We'll have to see in the sun. Worst case is I have to respray the trunk. We'll see. I mean, it's certain angles and certain lighting. I have plenty of base left. I have a whole quart sitting over there on the table, already mixed. It has indefinite pot life, ready to go. I have like half a gallon. Plenty of base if I need to redo anything. But, you know, it's shiny. Move on to the doors. Passenger door. Loving it. It almost doesn't need buffing. The only reason it needs buffing is because it has a little bit of trash in it. I sprayed with the LPH 400 Iwata, 25 to 30 psi. Two threads showing on the fluid, 6 inches away from the panel. 2 wet coats. You come out wet. And that's exactly what I did, and we'll get to that in a minute. So the only reason this needs cut and buff is because of very minor trash that's in it. It's already dry to the touch. It's like that. Just little things. And then you knock the texture down and get it mirror finish. This door, more of the same. definitely straight, flat, reflective, shiny, uniform. I like it. It has trash in it, but not overall not bad. A little nib, a little trash. That's okay. I'm thinking 2500 grit. I'm going to do some videos on wet sanding and buffing. I've done that a bunch. So every car that I've painted, I've had to do. Mainly because of where I paint. I mean, this is a pole barn, pole building, whatever you want to call it. I do everything in here. I do body work. I do welding. I build gates. I build fencing, wood, watch TV, cook. Everything that you can think of that goes on in the middle of the country happens in this shop. So it's definitely not the most ideal paint booth. So we work with what we got. But I can buff that out. Skirts, I don't think they need anything. Gas door. I resprayed this. I sprayed this a couple months ago to get an idea for the color. I went ahead and scuffed them up, 400 grit, and reshot them while shooting the car so that they match the quarter panel. So that's the only reason I resprayed that. Hood. Not bad. This also has some striping. I'm not sure why. It might be the ceiling. You see that? You see them stripes? It might be the ceiling. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't think so, though. I don't know what it is. You can see them right there. When we sprayed, the 2 or 3 coats of base, it was uniform. It was flat. It looked ready to go. I shot on the first coat of clear, and the stripes showed up. I don't know if it's clear. I don't see how it would be clear. Worst case scenario, we're going to wait till the sun comes out. Worst case scenario is scuff this with 400 and respray. I have plenty of base for that. And re-clear. So you have, folks have to understand, this is only my 3rd car painting. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but it's my 3rd car painting, and I do it about once every 18 months. So it's not like I do it every day where I know what to expect. In another 18 months, I'm going to paint another car, and I'm going to forget my technique. And you have to learn the technique as you're spraying. So it's not something I do for a living. Keep that in mind. Fender, digging it. Hardly any trash. Just needs 2,500, maybe 2. Cut and buff it. 3-stage. I have a video on that. This fender, same thing. This was a trouble fender. I had a wave on it. Definitely shiny. Shiny. 2 coats. High solid. No runs. No runs on any of that. So now we get to the good stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 panels that I sprayed before I moved to the shell. All horizontal. Slam the clear on. I took that technique and I took it to the shell. Big mistake. Big mistake. Not that big. It's fixable, but a mistake. Now this is good. Anything horizontal came out nice and wet. Vertical came out nice and wet too. Too wet. Topside's good. You get down to the center. We have runs all the way down the quarter panel. I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but runs here. Runs here. Runs here. Ugly. I don't know why. I took the technique of slamming it on a horizontal panel to a vertical panel, and that's what happened. I came from this fender straight to the car. Spray the bottom half first, work my way up over the roof, come down the other side. So I can fix that. I can fix that. I'm going to show videos on how to fix that. You can fix runs. You can't fix dry spray. I have no dry spray on this car. So I can work with the clear. And this clear is actually really easy to work with. Looking forward to that. I'm going to fix all that. Door jamb. Good. Nothing to mention. Dash. I don't even know why I wasted so much clear and color on that when I have a dash pad. But looks good. Firewall. Couple runs right here. Couple runs right here. It's real tricky because this thing was in the way. It's awkward. It's just an awkward panel to spray. Can fix that. The booster is going to cover majority of that. The fender, I think, is right here. Wiper motor right here. So just going to knock this down right here. Booster, knock this down a little bit. I mean, it's the firewall, you know. It's not like it's going to be on full display at some show, but I want it to look nice. Jam. Looks good. Get some light over here. This quarter, not much to report on this. This came out really nice. Because I picked up from the other side. When I realized what I was doing wrong, came over here and did it okay. No runs at all on this side. Roof. Excuse me. Not much trash. I thought that was a run, but it's not. Not much trash. I can really slam it on the flat panels. It's just the vertical panels that I get fooled on. Trunk gutter, not much to mention. Tail end. Tried to get the hinges as good as I could. That's a wrap. Just wanted to show you guys the good and the bad that comes with the garage paint job. I'm really hating this run over here. I really wish it wasn't there. If that didn't happen, I would be throwing a party right now. Instead, I'm gonna have to throw a party in about 2 weeks when it's fixed. Other than that, everything went good. I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of material piled on. So what I'm going to do is start cleaning up in here, sweeping up, look at it, assess it. If I have to respray the hood, I can do that. I really don't want to. Also, it's, you know, when you're spraying all this at one time, and you only do it once every year and a half, if that, it's a lot to spray. There's a lot of room for error. It's a lot. When I go to fix this hood, that's all I'm going to do. And I can take a whole weekend to do it, and you're focused on that one piece, and you can get it good. It's just when you're spraying the shell, the fenders, it's foggy in here, it stinks, you're getting high. You know, you got so much going on. You know, I had my wife out here. She helped me. She was holding the light for me and making sure I wasn't leaning up on stuff. So she was a big help. It ain't easy, that's for sure. But stay tuned. I'm going to have a video or videos of how to cut and buff. You know, another disclaimer, I'm not a professional, but I could get it done. So stay tuned.